Hello, hello, my friends. Kicking off the new week with a little bit of a candle review. Not a little bit, a lot of it, because I tend to like to talk a lot. Today we are talking about pumpkin cashmere from Caramel Sundays, not to be confused with Cringle Candles pumpkin cashmere that was released about a month ago. I will make a comparison in this video for you guys, let you know if I think the fragrances are similar. Spoiler alert, they are not. But let's go ahead and talk about this fragrance because this candle, or I should say this fragrance, is returning in a variety of formats in a little less than 2 weeks now when Caramel Sundays has their August restock. Their August restock will be on Sunday, August 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're signed up for that early access text alerts. This is a fragrance, you guys, that has been in high demand. This was available in the July restock, which it was only available in this 4-wick format that you are looking at here. This is one of their 4-wick 40-ounce vessels that retails for $64.99. Shipping is always included in the price of Caramel Sundays. However, for the August restock, y'all, this fragrance is coming back in a 5-wick, in this 4-wick, in a 2-wick, in the soy wax melts, and the car diffusers, and I can't remember if it's also coming in the fabric freshener. I'm not sure about that last one there. You guys can always go onto the website or visit the Caramel Sundays Instagram page. They always have their upcoming restock pinned in their feed. But let's go ahead and talk about this candle because I don't want you guys to come for me on this one, but all right, let's talk about it. Pumpkin cashmere has top notes of sweet pumpkin and sea salt, mid notes of butter pecan and warm apples, and base notes of cashmere and vanilla musk. So I am a Caramel Sundays brand ambassador. I did pay for this candle, you guys, but as an ambassador, one of my perks is that I do have early access to the candles, ahead of launch. And so I was able to get my hands on this. It was pretty much one of the first candles to sell out during the July restock. It was this one in October Embers. They went very, very quickly. The reason why I think it went so quickly is because there's been a lot of hype and a lot of talk about this one. And I don't want to say hype. I actually hate that word hype because it insinuates, I think, when some people use it, that like it's not worthy. But I think a lot of people have really enjoyed this fragrance. It's one that has returned, I feel like, now for a couple of years. I know that this was available last year, and I did not get it last year. And so a lot of my fellow ambassadors who have purchased from the brand for a while have all said that this one was fantastic and that I really needed to try it out. So of course, curiosity got the best of me. I do have a little bit of a discount with Caramel Sundays, so I figured, why not? I'm going to go ahead and pick it up for my channel. Here's the thing, you guys. I like this a lot on cold. On burn, I don't think I love this fragrance as much as everybody else does. Now, here's why. Okay, my nose primarily picks up on, I get some of that pumpkin at the top. I definitely do. But it's kind of like a creamy type of pumpkin to me. But my nose really hones in more so the longer that this candle burns. And it makes sense because when you first light a candle or when you're smelling on cold, a lot of the time you're going to get those top notes. But the longer that a candle burns, the mid and the bottom notes come out a little bit more. And so this is why this makes sense to me. I initially like this candle, but the longer that it burns, my nose definitely picks up more on like a butter pecan, as well as the cashmere and vanilla musk. To me, you guys, this comes across a little bit like a gourmand body care product. And you guys know, if you've been following my channel for any length of time, my nose is kind of funny in that I may like a fragrance for my body, but I don't always love that in home fragrance. A prime example of that, you guys, is the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. Love that fragrance on my body. Cannot stand it in home fragrance. I don't like it in home fragrance. And I think that that's why this one, there's something about this, you guys. I have been burning this candle. This is my 4th burn on it. And I like it initially, but after about an hour, I don't love it so much. And again, I think it's that butter pecan the cashmere, the vanilla musk. Now the cashmere note in here is not overly laundry-like. I think the cashmere and the vanilla musk are lending a little bit of soft perfuminess. Again, it's what my nose is kind of interpreting as maybe more a little bit like lotiony or body care. This happened as well with, what was it? The Sun-Kissed fragrance, I think that they had in their summer lineup, also kind of had that same type of vibe to me. They're very different fragrances. They're not the same. It's funny because my nose does not pick up on any apple in this scent. I know a lot of people are saying they're smelling apple. I don't really detect a lot of pumpkin or apple like combined here. That's not at all what my nose smells. If there is a baked apple in here, maybe it's lending a little bit of sweetness. There is a sweetness to this fragrance for sure. And maybe that's where it is. But I think for me, I've come to the conclusion that I like gourmand fragrances when they have spice in them. I need spice with my gourmands, and I think that that is what is lacking for me with this fragrance. We were actually kind of joking in the little, I have a little group chat with some of my fellow Caramel Sundays ambassadors, and we were kind of laughing because my friend Amy over at Beloved Fragrance Finds, she and I, we have joked, have said we are actually almost like polar opposites when it comes to our fragrance preferences. We kind of tend to know now that, like, if she loves something, I'm probably not going to like it. I know that she's a huge fan of this fragrance. She loves it. But it's funny because she doesn't really like a whole lot of spice mixed with her gourmands, and I'm the opposite. I told them in that group chat, I said, I think what's missing in this one is spice, and also I'm not loving, kind of like perfumey body care fragrances. We also kind of joked in there that we've always teased Alexa from Sentimental Reviews as saying she's probably the pickiest of the group, but I said I think I've snatched that title away from her recently because I don't know what is going on, you guys. My nose is getting really picky, and that's kind of how I've been with this one. So if you want a comparison, you guys, between this one and Cringle Candles Pumpkin Cashmere, which I do have a full review of that one on my channel, they are very, very different fragrances. Pumpkin Cashmere from Cringle, I actually think I prefer more because that is more of like a white pumpkin scent with some spice elements to it. There's a warmth and toastiness almost to it, but not burned or scorched to my nose. I definitely prefer that one more. So if you're somebody who wants more of like no spice, more of just like a creamy, again, slightly perfumey and body care take, then this is the pumpkin cashmere you're going to want. But if you want something that's a little bit more, again, spiced, you're probably going to want to look at the Cringle version. Now let's talk about the performance of this candle. Again, you guys, this is the 4-wick format. I tend to have a lot of success with 4-wick candles in my open concept here in my home. Here's the thing with this one, you guys. I do burn my candles in hurricanes, and that actually I think does matter with this candle in particular. So the reason why I'm saying that matters is because this morning I lit this candle out on my back patio to get it kind of going. Sometimes when I'm batch filming some candle reviews, I will do that to just kind of go ahead and get my candles pulled out for the review. I lit it out there, and I noticed that even though it was in the mid 80s outside, this was taking a while to pull out. Now, there were no issues with the wicks. The wicks weren't falling over, nothing. But it's funny because I've had this burning in my house the last 3 previous burns, and it pulled out really quickly. But I was burning it in a hurricane in those instances, and I was not burning it in a hurricane even when I had it outside. So I will tell you guys that this is one of those fragrances that I definitely recommend putting it in a hurricane to achieve a deeper wax pool faster. I don't know why that is. Maybe it has something to do with the fragrance oils. Like I said, the wicks aren't a problem. You can see we've got nice, healthy wicks here. Not an issue at all. But yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. However, you guys, I will say burning it in a hurricane here in my open concept, strength and throw on this is very, very good. I would give this one about an 8. Again, it gets a little bit stronger for me as it burns a little bit longer. But this one has performed quite well for me. I know that there was some talk last year about it being maybe on the light side, but this 2026 version for me has been pretty strong. So again, you guys, This is a fragrance for me, great performance. It's just not an absolute love for me. As soon as I get some more bubble wrap and packaging in, I will likely be listing this candle on my Mercari. So if maybe you want to snatch it up, make sure you're following me on Mercari. I do oftentimes list candles there that I am decluttering. And so, it's not for me. Again, I'm glad I tried it, and I can see why it's very, very popular. Again, for people who love fragrances that are not overly spiced, this is a fantastic fall option. But again, just not a fragrance for me. I've got a lot of candles to review. I've got a lot of candles in my stash, and I'm just kind of at the point in my life where I don't really want to, keep candles around that I'm not absolutely loving. I will say that for me personally, to make it a little bit more palatable, I did find that I liked pairing this with Autumn Leaves from Caramel Sundays. Anything kind of like fresh and outdoorsy, I felt like that was a good combination. So if you happen to have that one in your stash and you like this fragrance, I feel like they're kind of a good little combo there. But yeah, it's versatile. Again, it's just, I don't know. I just don't think it's a love for me. And I feel like I need to go ahead and pass it along to somebody else who may love it. I also wanted to give you guys a little bit of a heads up for my candle reviews this week, you guys. Um, it is going to be pretty heavy on Caramel Sundays. It's just kind of the way the cookie has crumbled this week, where I have a lot of Caramel Sundays candles ready for review. They're kind of at that point in the burn where I feel confident in sharing my thoughts on them. And also, you guys, I know next week I will likely have a lot of Cringle to review. I am receiving the Cringle Boo Crew in PR. That should be here hopefully by later this week. So I'll make sure to have some reviews for you guys. But anyways, I want to get, a lot of these Caramel Sundays candles documented and on my channel in case you are putting together your list for the August restock. And some of the candles I'm going to be reviewing are not coming back in this restock, but they are ones that tend to show up every fall. So I do want to have my thoughts on them, just recorded for my channel. So let me know in the comment section down below, are you an absolute lover of this fragrance? Are you shocked by my opinion on this one? It's all good, you guys. We all like different fragrances. We all don't have to love the same thing. It's a great thing that there's so many scents available to us to choose from for those of us who just have different preferences. But yeah, let me know what the performance has been like for you. Do you agree that this one performs better in a hurricane? I would be curious to know. Again, you guys, don't forget this one will be available in a variety of formats on August 23rd. Make sure that you are signed up for the text alerts. I keep saying that. They are growing, you guys. Caramel Sundays is growing. They're moving into their new warehouse. They say that they should have a lot, but they keep pouring more and more, but their business is also growing. So make sure that you're signed up for that 2 minutes of early access. Do not take it for granted. All right, you guys, if you like this video, please make sure you hit thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.